Okay, it's 6:30. We'll open the meeting. And we have a full board here. We have Keith, and Bruce, and Brian, and Tom will be voting members tonight. And Peter, we have a full regular member, so we won't need you to vote tonight. Okay? And Laura, if she shows up, we won't need her to vote either. So that's where we are. Adjustments to the agenda. Does anyone have any adjustments?
None from me.
I'm all set.
The air conditioning's just right.
Okay, hearing none, then I'll take a motion to accept the agenda as written here.
So moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept the agenda. All those in favor? Okay, the vote is 5-0. Okay, I have copies, and I believe I sent everyone an email of the finding of facts and conclusions of law. Why don't you, we need you to sign those. Why don't you pass them to Keith, and we'll just come back this way. Okay, I'll go over a couple things while those are being signed. Do any of the board members feel that they have a real or perceived conflict of interest or bias with this application that's coming before us tonight?
No?
Nope.
Okay, not hearing any, then we'll use our regular members, and we have one associate member here tonight. Okay, the required notice for the press was in the paper on 6/7. The abutters were sent, here's a copy of the notice. And it was in the Republican Journal. And we sent out abutter letters, and they were sent out on 6/1. And Randy has a receipt here. The fee of $245 was paid. And excuse me a minute while I sign this.
Thank you.
And you should all have copies of a letter, well, that I sent out to Herb, and Herb responded for the Water District on June 1st. I believe you all had copies of that letter. And all the staff had signed off except for Bud Rivers, and Bud was on vacation or whatever. So he really doesn't get involved as much as everyone else, as the EMA director.
This goes back over to George, I guess.
Here you go, George. Oh, thank you. The board has jurisdiction under both the land use ordinance and the site plan review to hear the application of Mr. Colby. And Mr. Colby has standing to apply. He owns the said property at map 7, lot 86A, and it's in the commercial 2 zone. And I would like you to look at a copy of the application. And in that copy, you'll see the things that were required to be sent with the application. And as with other applicants, we do give some leeway in this particular case about the applicant can request to be waived on certain items. So if you look at this, what I want to determine is the application complete?
I noticed on the checklist, George, the 5A1C existing soil conditions,
Right.
is that not applicable or waived or what?
Well, yeah.
There's no check mark.
Right. I thought it wasn't applicable because of the existing building.
Okay.
We did have that in his initial application, which goes back to 2006, was it, or? Yeah.
2006,
I believe that's when it was. I think, yeah, you have right, June. Right. In your packet, there's a highway entrance permit waiver from June 22nd to 2006. So I think initially it was back then, and then, as you just pointed out, it was years later that you finally built it. Chris, why don't you come up and sit there, and if the board or the public has any questions, you can just push that button that says push on there, and the green light should go
Okay,
on.
I'm green, yep.
And we're getting feedback. And it looks like it's coming from my microphone and Chris's, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna, while your folks are looking at that, I'm gonna run down and turn the volume down on those 2 mics.
I'm using a lot of it. Yeah, I still got a lot to use over there on West Main Street. I've got some real mature shrubs that are actually in front of Searsport Motor Company right now that I'm gonna, because they're so big, I'm gonna put them in front of the house over there and then mulch them all in, and then we're gonna go in and I think Thursday and put the lawn in, blow the lawn in. So a lot to do between now and then. This is the last time. I don't want to dig anything up anymore. I mean, I like doing it. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I don't like when I have to do it. I like it when I want to do it. Over on the, you see the lot over there beside you? Yeah. I was over there with my grandson in the skid steer, and it's great because I'm making trails. He's got a little 90cc Honda, or I have a little 90cc Honda four-wheeler. He's running up and down the hills and around the valleys, and I made a trail out around there, and he's having a ball with it. And I gotta admit, I'm having quite a bit of fun with him doing it.
So I'm sorry, did everyone get a chance to?
Looks like the application is complete,
Okay.
to be able to act upon it.
Why don't you move
Second.
over a little bit? Move over a little bit, that sun's in your face.
It's a reflection getting to you.
Yeah, off your head. I'm sorry, that was the second, was it?
Yep.
Okay, it's been moved at the second that the application is complete. All those in favor? 500. Okay, we'll open the public hearing session at this time at, looks like 20 minutes to 7. And this is, if I haven't said it before, it's Christopher Colby doing business at Searsport Motor Company. He's the applicant and property owner at 315 East Main Street, map 7, lot 86A, in the commercial 2 zone. And the applicant has requested a 3-bay addition to the existing garage. Chris, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing and when you're going to start? When do you hope to have it finished?
Well, I'd like to start it off as soon as I can, probably a couple of weeks. What I'm hoping to do, a long-term plan, is I want to bring everything to Searsport, so everything gets serviced in Searsport, and we have another store down in Rockland, and take care of all the service in one central location. Distribute it to Rockland. I'd like to open another store down the road in either Waterville or Brewer. So, but I want to have the service under one house. We're going to put another bay, 3 more bays. 1 bay is going to be another lift. The middle bay, a front-end machine, because I've got the front-end machine, but I've never utilized it. And the 3rd bay is going to have doors on both sides so I can drive all the way through with my rollback truck. So,
Chris, what hours are you going to be open?
8 to 5, same.
8 to 5?
Yeah, Monday through Friday, we're open 8 to 2 on Saturday.
Okay. How about lighting? What kind of additional lighting are you going to have?
Well, I'm gonna put, I'd like to put 200-watt LEDs over the bays, just like the ones I've got now. And I'd like to add an additional, I don't know if I've got 2 or 3 on that, whatever it is on the diagram there, for pole lights out there, just so I can have some light out there.
I think,
It gets
Chris,
dark on the back.
you're referring to that diagram, not the
The big
erosion control, but the large diagram. I think you have it, Keith?
Right here?
Yeah.
I got it here somewhere, I just looked at it. Yes, bro.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's it.
That's all right. I just wanted to make sure everybody saw where Chris was talking about. There was
You want to put lights up there for the neighbors, on the street.
there are the yellow dots on here, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Chris, maybe you can show us.
Oh, sure.
Which ones on this map?
Okay. I'm gonna have to have 3 additional lights on the front.
Right,
1 on the rear.
right.
I've got a pole light right there, and these are the ones in yellow where I've got the existing lights. I'd like to move that one back because we've hit it a couple of times.
Okay, so it's these 3, is that
Yep,
where you want to
and
add?
I'd like to have 1 on the back,
Okay.
facing that way, and these are gonna be facing this way. And those are 400 watts, and these are 200-watt wall
Yeah.
packs.
These are LEDs, right?
Yes, correct.
And they're kind of facing down?
Down, absolutely.
So
yep.
there's no
Nope.
bright light in the sky?
If you go by the store at nighttime, you'll see.
Down and
Put
along your
LEDs
property
on.
line. Down and along your property line.
Correct. Yep. Yep.
So there shouldn't be a problem with stray light going either up into the heavens or
No.
off the property line you have? No, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, I saw it.
It's okay.
Yes.
It's these 3 lights here. He's moving that one back.
Yeah. Look at this one.
Okay, let me open it up to the board members for any additional questions. Keith?
I think I'm all set.
I'll put this back here unless you... Bruce?
I don't see anything, no big changes there. We already got it there, the garage,
Right.
get the entrance permit.
Oh, and there's no washrooms or anything additional?
No, we put a washroom in a couple of years ago, but no.
Yep.
Got a bathroom there, I
So
mean.
what I'm getting at is,
And you still have to get rid of your waste oil and things like that
Right.
anyway.
well, you have a waste oil
We
burner.
burn all of our
You
waste
burn
oil.
all
Yeah.
it.
I'd like to have more.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, anybody that has waste oil wants to drop it up there, I'm sure you have, dump it into the tank.
Right.
No water.
I'd buy it.
No water or antifreeze, but waste oil.
Right, exactly. Yep.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm clear.
Okay, I'm clear.
I'm good.
Tom?
I'm good.
Okay. Let me open it to the public then. Peter, you're representing the public here. Do you have any questions?
Too easy, huh?
I know, huh?
Okay, with that, I'll close the public hearing, and looks like 14 minutes of 7. Let's all turn to page 27 of the land use ordinance. I think that's where we start. If you don't have a copy, don't worry about it. We'll go over everything. I think what we can do on the general performance standards, what we've done in the past, is vote on all 5 at once, rather than individually. The first one is danger, no materials which is danger due to explosion, fire, hazard, chemical, or other shall be stored on the property. I think anything that's explosive and all, you have in a fire.
Has to be in a cabinet.
Yeah,
The
that's-
explosion-proof cabinet, yep.
Right, that's a state
Yeah.
fire marshal.
And your oxygen, acetylene, and everything has to be separated and chained to the walls.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so I believe that that's applicable and it's been met. Vibration, with the exception of vibration necessary involved in construction or demolition of the building, no unreasonable vibration shall be transmitted outside the lot. I guess the only vibration you might make is with an air impact gun, possibly.
Balancing wheels.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's got a minimal.
So that's a minimum,
Pretty much do electric now.
really?
Yeah.
Right. And the third one is waste. No offensive waste shall be discharged or dumped into any river. And you're taking care of all your waste, either burning it or taking it to the town dump or whatever.
Yeah, we've got 2 on site, 2 10-yard dumpsters here, one for cardboard and the other one for waste.
Okay, and then we have noise, and I checked with the code enforcement officer, who said that he's had no noise complaints at all. And, at the shop area. And there are restrictions, obviously, that you're gonna follow or whatever. And then the 5th one,
Lighting,
Lighting.
which we just went over.
exterior lighting.
Yep.
Okay. And I guess whoever makes the motion should say that which ones are applicable, and then we'll vote on those, and which ones obviously are not applicable, and we don't have to vote on those. So I take a motion on the 5 of them.
I make a motion in the general performance standards that 1, danger, 3, waste, 4, noise, and 5, lighting are applicable, and they are acceptable, and number 2, vibration does not apply.
Is there a second on that motion? Keith, second that. All those in favor of the motion? It's 5-0-0. Okay. Now on page 28, you just flip over. We go to specific performance standards. And we'll vote on the ones that are applicable. The first one being adult entertainment, and no remarks from the peanut gallery over here. Is that not applicable?
That not apply.
Thank you. Clustered development,
Doesn't
Not
apply.
applicable.
okay. And home occupations,
Not applicable.
Not applicable.
okay. Then we go to the next page, I think on mine anyway. Junkyards,
Doesn't apply.
Hope not.
manufactured housing,
Doesn't apply.
signs,
It applies, but I don't think you're changing signs, right?
No.
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 So I guess it would not apply if he's not changing them.
all right.
Or
Towers,
do we say it does apply, but he's not changing them, therefore it's,
you can do
passed.
that, yeah.
Okay, I move that signs is has been met because he's not changing any of the current signs.
Okay, and then we flip over to towers, I think. Or, I'm sorry, it's at the bottom of my page, 7 towers.
Yep.
And that's
Not applicable.
Not applicable,
okay. Transient accommodations,
Not applicable.
not applicable.
windmills,
Not
Nope.
applicable.
wireless facilities.
Not
No.
applicable.
Okay, and this activity requiring a site plan review, which it is.
That does, and we're going to review it.
Very good. Okay, so that's your motion that the sign is applicable, but there's no change in it, as I understand it.
Correct.
And as Bruce brought up, the activity requiring site plan review, we'll review that next. So that's the motion, and is there, Keith seconded it, and all those in favor? 500. Okay, then let's do a motion on the entire land use ordinance that all applicable specific performance and general performance standards have been met. So
Yep, second it.
it's been moved and seconded that all the applicable standards have been met. All those in favor? 500. Okay, page 33. Maybe this year we can change this a little bit. Positive findings are required. An automotive repair place is listed in C2 zone. So under number 1G, number 1, it is a permitted use in that district.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, and we just said that it does, it is,
It's allowed in the C2 zone.
right. So I think we can vote on these all at once. And number 2 is conformance with applicable performance standards. We just went over those in
just did
section
that,
yeah.
5. So it is. And there's no condition of approval for any permits. No permits are required, I guess, in this case, except for Randy's building permit. And we're going to cover the site plan review. It does,
And number 4, will provide safe access and egress on public and private roads. He's already got the entrance permit.
yeah, the entrance permit off
Yeah.
Route 1, and then I think your other entrance is off
You
the
have
side
2 of them.
street.
Yeah, I've got 2 on Pendleton.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so can we have a vote on yeah.
I move that the positive findings required has been met.
I'll second.
Thanks, Tom. It's been moved and seconded, positive findings have been met. All those in favor? 500. Okay, and we covered everything is approved in the land use ordinance also.
Yep.
So that leaves us into the site plan review. And I think that's on page 7 in my copy, I don't know.
Yep. 7.
Okay, and we should vote, we have in the past, on each one of these performance standards. So I'll need a motion and a second on each one of the 18 performance standards.
Number 1, it will preserve and enhance the landscape, because there's not much change there. It does
No.
plantings around it, it's just adding on to what's already there.
Is there a
And
second?
the silt fence has been, is on the diagram. That will,
That comes under erosion control.
Yeah,
oh, does it?
yeah,
Okay.
it's under erosion.
I second the motion.
All those in favor of the motion, Bruce, Dave? 500. Surface water drainage.
Huh?
No,
I'm sorry.
proposed building to environment.
I'm sorry, you're right.
They relate, it relates very well to the existing automotive business and service.
Is there a
Yes.
second?
I second that motion.
All those in favor of that? 500. Okay, I think I'm back on track here. Vehicle access.
You are. We do have the NDOT entrance permit. So I move that vehicle access has been met.
And it's right there on US Route 1.
Yep.
I'll second.
And I think the police chief has signed off on it.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Okay. And was there a second to that motion?
Tom?
Tom seconded?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. All those in favor? 500. Parking and circulation, I believe is the next one. I don't think there's any real, was there a real change to that, Chris? Your
To parking? No.
So it's gonna be basically the same parking you have now?
Yeah, right, the way we've got it right now, yeah.
And a drive-through bay. And a drive-through bay.
Oh, yeah, I know, huh? That's exciting.
I move that condition has been met because basically it's in place now and there's no great expansion
No.
that's required.
Is there a second on that?
I'll second.
Thank you, Tom. All those in favor? 500. Surface water drainage.
Essentially, there's no change from where it was going. And there was a graded lot and the water was going off it before, it's going the same places.
Sounds about right.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor? 500. Existing utilities.
I move that's been met. We've got sign-offs from the appropriate department heads from the town.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor? 500. Advertising features.
That is met, there've been no changes to the features that are already there.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that advertising features have been met. All those in favor? 500. Special features of the development. There's no change in your storage, in your dumpsters outside and all that.
No.
I move that's been met because basically what's there now is all he needs and he's not, expanding it or adding anything to it.
I'll
So-
second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor? 500. Exterior lighting.
I move that's been met. He presented the lighting plan to the board and it was acceptable to us.
I have a question on it. Do you have much, I have to say, after-hours activity around your premises?
No. No, I have had in the past when catalytic converters were a problem, but everyone was losing them. I went in one night and it was like 10 of them taken, because
Oh.
Toyotas are high off the ground, so they just went in and took them.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard about that, but I didn't know.
But it's not just a catalytic converter. If they take that, you'd probably be fine, but they cut the A pipe, cut the catalytic converter, and cut the B pipe, so you had to buy the whole thing. Oh, yeah, that wasn't good.
So the lighting helps to keep that down?
Oh, I think so, absolutely. And I had the,
And police patrol and stuff, yeah.
yep. And even out back there where it's dark, I've never had a problem. Maybe I'd lose a tire or something like that, but I mean, it's not even worth making mention of it, I expect to lose something once in a while, but, a used stereo that you can buy for $79 at Walmart, it's like, who cares?
Is
Thank
that
you.
satisfied?
Yep. It was a curiosity thing. It was curiosity.
Yeah. You know what, it doesn't warrant having a security system. It's not so bad that I've got to rush out and put one in. So,
Was that a motion then? It's been made?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Been moved and seconded.
All those in favor? 500. Emergency vehicle access.
I move that has been met. The police, fire, and ambulance services have signed off.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded that the emergency vehicle access standard has been met. All those in favor? 500. Municipal services.
They've been met by virtue of all the town staff signing off on the appropriate ones.
Second.
Moved and second that municipal services have been met. All those in favor? 500. Water pollution.
I move that's been met. I mean, I don't see where there's any additional water pollution potentially. I mean, whatever it is gonna be kept within the building. Handles the, the used oil and all that stuff, so he handles that well. He handles water pollution well.
Second.
Been moved and second that the water pollution vote's been met. All those in favor? 500. 13 is on-site water supply.
I move that's been met. We've got a letter from the Water District saying that it is adequate, and if it proves not to be, then there is a remedy that the water supervisors put in. They will renegotiate metering and all that stuff.
I'll second.
Moved and second that on-site water supply standard has been met. All those in favor? 500. Soil erosion, that's the plan that we just gave you tonight with the silk fence on it.
Yes, I move that's been met. The silt fencing is in there, and the plan was a good plan.
Was there a second? I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Thank you, Tom. We've had a motion and second that the soil erosion standard's been met. All those in favor? 500. Septic disposal. I guess there's no change in that.
Yeah, I move it's been met because there is no change.
Is there a second on that?
Second.
Thank you, Keith. All those in favor? 500.
It's adequate for the increase in their number of employees.
Yeah, it is, as a matter of fact. I went bigger when I built it, thinking that expansion someday. Same thing with the oil-fired boiler that I have in there, the waste oil boiler. It'll accommodate that extra square footage. I'm glad I did it now, looking back on it. I spent a little more doing it, but I don't have to do it again, so.
Won't have to dig it up.
Nope. I tell you, the only digging I usually do is for the stuff I like to do. If you need something dug up, I'm your man, call me.
Yeah, and Randy did verify that. I had the same question really about the septic, and he did verify that it's a larger than necessary field. I'm sorry, did we get a vote on that?
Not yet.
Not yet. Right, on 50. I thought we did, but,
Yeah.
and then Bruce asked a question, right?
Yep. Mess it up.
Okay, so we do have a vote on it?
We have
Just a motion.
Motion and a second.
Okay, so all those in favor? 500, thanks, Bruce, I appreciate that. Adverse effect.
I move that's been met. There are no adverse effects.
Yeah, there's no historic site or,
I'll second it.
Wildlife habitat.
are there any, you ought to know that. Are there wildlife back there?
No, it's his hunting area.
Oh, jeez.
Chris used to hunting back there.
Yeah.
And your father?
Okay, I'm sorry, you said that was meant, didn't you?
Yes.
Was there a second?
Keith.
Keith, okay. All those in favor? 500.
This is an odd one now.
Financial capacity.
I move that's been met. He's already in business, including a second business in Rockland.
I'll second.
It's been moved and second that financial capacity has been met. All those in favor? 500. Air quality.
I move that's been met. There's nothing that is going to add to the air pollution that is already there.
I'll second.
Thanks, Tom. It's been moved and seconded that the air quality standard's been met. All those in favor? 500. Okay, can we get a vote on the total performance standards?
I move that all the applicable performance standards have been met.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that all applicable performance standards have been met. All those in favor? 5-0-0. Okay, I'll need one more motion that the application meets all the applicable standards of both the site plan review and is approved.
I'll make that a motion.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that the application meets all the standards, applicable standards of the site plan review and is approved. All those in favor? 5-0-0. Okay,
That was a tough one, wasn't it, huh?
Yeah.
thanks, Tom. This-
Yeah? Wow. Very good, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Glad business is
I
going so
appreciate
well
it.
for you.
Yep, thank you, gentlemen. Have a great evening. Take care.
Okay, folks, Randy had another appointment for tonight. He said there's nothing that he knows that's happening right now. The planning board has to get involved with. So he doesn't have a report for us, but he wanted me to convey that to you. And there is no public here, so I guess we don't need open to the public. And we'll adjourn at 7:17.